we're back to do a little NFL football. We are already into
For the heart of the season.
man. We're into week 9 coming up here. That's a lot of football happened, man. But first of all, we are going to recap week 8 and all the fun that we had in those games. So we'll start out with a little Thursday night. Thursday night, we had Washington. Poor Washington.
Oh, Washington.
Washington at Minnesota, and that was pretty much what we thought. 19-9.
Not as explosive as I thought, honestly.
Mhm.
I thought Kirk Cousins, he was on a roll recently.
Yeah, they still won by 10 points, but that's because the defense held Washington to only 9. So
I don't know why they couldn't put up more points, though. Considering you had Adam Thielen and Stephon Diggs to throw to. You got an uprising Dalvin Cook.
I tell you what, that's their best player on the whole team is their running back. Man, he is fantastic. Between him and McCaffrey, I think McCaffrey's probably the best running back. But man, Dalvin Cook,
Is he close second?
he is good. He is dangerous. He touches the ball, he can score. That's just the way it is. We'll jump on into the Sunday games. We had Tampa Bay
Oh, the Buccaneers. Oh,
at
the
Tennessee.
Buccaneers. I gotta tell you one thing. The kitchen's open tonight.
The kitchen is open.
4 turnovers.
Jameis Winston served us 4 turnovers. Beautiful, lovely football turnovers. And we gobbled them right up. I mean,
The Titans were the
great
beneficiaries
turnovers.
this time around. They
Yep.
benefited from the turnovers.
The Titans won 27-23.
Ryan Tannehill has injected new life into the offense.
Yeah,
Now, I'm wondering about the future of Mariota.
yeah, we've got a little Mariota behind us. We put a little jersey here behind us.
It's
Just
right behind us.
So George, you're talking about, but yeah, I'm honestly I like Mariota. He's a good guy. He played for Oregon. I like Oregon
Seemingly,
a little bit.
the problem is he's inaccurate sometimes with the football, and he's getting injury prone
Yeah,
Over the
honestly,
years.
I think he might be better in a different system.
in a different team.
Yeah, I think so.
That's really unfortunate because he had a bright future. Just like Jameis Winston once had a bright future.
Mm-hmm. No, he didn't. Well, I knew from the day he stole lobster from the from the Costco that he might not be the best quarterback to pick. But hey,
But he does give us those tasty turnovers.
we do get yummy turnovers, so let's keep him cooking because those turnovers are just they're so good.
Who else do we go to if we're hungry, though?
he has the best turnovers. We had Carolina at San Francisco.
Can you give me this segment to just go off here?
Oh yeah, well you can go ahead.
Let me start off with the offensive line. Where was it? I mean, it was non-existent. I mean, I know the Niners' defensive front was good, but they're not godly. I mean, you just give up. You're not giving
50
Kyle Allen any sort of time to breathe.
51-13.
That was
an ugly
brutal.
game. That was a brutal
That
game.
was just brutal, man. I mean,
San Fran may be for real.
I do agree,
Well,
San
for
Fran,
real.
but I was frustrated with how my team didn't really stand a chance. I'm
No,
sorry.
they didn't really stand a chance from the get go.
Just
It was like
had time to
it was
vent.
bam, 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 and then speaking of a team that didn't have a chance, Cleveland went to New England.
Well, it was
And-
disastrous to start the game.
3 straight plays, 3 straight turnovers. I mean, my goodness gracious! And I'm got a soft spot for Cleveland too. But man, that was UGLY ugly.
Ugly,
Ugly. That was
ugly
ugly.
game.
That was an ugly game.
Let's just call the Patriots defense Belichick, because that's what it really is.
Belichick took over the defense this year.
Stepped it back a little bit from the offense. And
He
let
stepped
Josh
away from the
McDaniels-
offense. He stepped away from the offense, and now you see the offense is struggling. The offense doesn't look that good. People are talking about Brady may retire this year because the offense looks so bad.
Well,
And now the defense are saying the best defense ever. Have you ever heard that coming from a Patriots team before? Maybe they're the best ever because Belichick is the coach in them.
yes.
Belichick is the best coach ever. I think I'm not a Patriots fan. I'm way off from being a Patriots fan. But Belichick is the best coach in football.
The best coach, he's unarguably.
Yeah, and I mean even back when he coached Cleveland, He used to coach Cleveland Browns. That's where he started, was coaching Cleveland Browns. His first win
Was against New England.
was against the Patriots.
And he's the coach of the Patriots now.
And his 300th win
Was against the Browns.
was against the Browns. What? How about that?
Not to mention he was a defensive coordinator way back.
Way
with
back.
The Giants.
Yeah, with Parcells.
And he coached the best linebacker probably to play the game
play
of
the
football.
game.
Lawrence Taylor.
And we've always debated who's the best coach in football right now. Saban or Belichick. You know, we've always thought, Saban, but guess who was Saban's head coach?
Tutor. He tutored Saban, dude. Belichick tutored
Saban was on Cleveland's
staff.
coaching staff.
That
explains it all
that
now.
explains the whole
Saban
thing.
has sucked up that Belichick juice, and he's just I don't know, man. Well, let's get off of that. But New England, their defense, they score a touchdown every game. Let's get off it. We had Seattle. Went to Atlanta, and just like we said, Atlanta lost.
Atlanta was so bad. They shipped off their second best wide receiver, and they cut their kicker. Their longtime kicker, Matt Bryant, is released.
Well, I would probably be selling if I was the Falcons too, because that puppy is over.
You can't do it right now because the trade deadline's over.
I told you after they lost that Super Bowl, the way they lost it, 28-3, and then they blew it.
They are not the same.
That team would never win another Super. It would never even go to another Super Bowl.
Yeah, that kind of pain is just immeasurable.
You cannot lose that way and ever come back from it. I'm sorry.
Absolutely not.
So now the team is ready to be blown up. There may be 2 or 3 people left over from it that they may start another team with.
Please
but that
ship
team
away
is done.
Julio Jones.
Wouldn't you love to see him with a good quarterback?
With an actually, like, per se, what if he were to, per se, join your boys?
Oh, wouldn't you love to see Julio with the Cowboys?
Some haters out there would disagree with you, but...
Go ahead and hate. I don't care. I'd love to see him at the Cowboys. You'd probably love to see him at the Panthers.
Right now, they really need a wide receiver.
They really could use a wide receiver. We had Philly at Buffalo. That was my surprise. Buffalo said, I really thought Philly hasn't really looked good lately. And at home, 31-13.
Do you know what doesn't make sense about the Philadelphia Eagles? They might be the most inconsistent team in football.
Yeah, they are.
They lose to the Atlanta Falcons, and they beat the Green Bay Packers.
Yep, and then they go to Buffalo and win, and then they lose by 40 to Dallas. We had the LA Chargers go to Chicago and get that last-second field goal.
Mitchell Trubisky is not a franchise quarterback. I just want to say it right now.
I didn't think he was from the time they drafted him, but apparently they did.
He's been lackluster, to say the least, this season.
He's been lackluster ever since he's gotten to the NFL. It ain't just been this year.
Specifically this year.
He's consistently bad.
There's only so much that defense could do if your offense stinks.
Yeah. You can't put your best defensive player on offense.
You can't get
it ain't gonna work. Yeah. We had the Giants go to Detroit, and Detroit won. It was a little bit of a battle, though. The Giants gave them a little bit of a battle, 31-26.
But Detroit would eventually win.
Yeah. We had Denver go to Indianapolis, and that was a little bit of a struggle. I was surprised at that.
Pain. That was what that was. You had a chance to get a first down to clinch the game. You were up by a point.
And they got conservative.
They punt the ball back to Indy.
They punt the ball back.
And they
lose.
They lose on the foot of Vinatieri.
And then guess what? After the game, Flacco criticized the coaches for being so conservative, and now he's on the bench, injured.
Oh. If Flacco does have a point, you don't run the ball on 3rd and 5 when you're trying to get 5 yards.
Guess what happens if you play not to lose?
You take an L.
You lose. That's what happens. We had Cincinnati go to the Rams. And poor Cincinnati still. Cincinnati 24-10.
Just under hard times right now, especially Andy Dalton on his birthday. He got benched.
Yeah, he is benched. So
That's-
now they're
that's
starting a rookie. I don't think it's going to do any good though. I don't think it's going to do any
Might as
good.
well just start the experienced one
Yeah.
if you want to try to at least win one game.
Now we had Arizona go to New Orleans for the return of Drew Brees.
And Drew Brees performed like advertised.
He pretty good. He had 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. He did throw 1 pick, but I mean they won 31-9, so I think it was okay.
Yeah, I think it was.
I think
Yeah.
it was okay return. Yeah. New Orleans may be. Man, wouldn't you love to see? I mean, of course, I want my Cowboys in the Super Bowl, but wouldn't you love to see the Packers versus
The Saints.
the Saints in the
They haven't
NFC
really faced
Championship
each
game?
other that much in the playoffs.
Man, that would be a good game. See
Yeah,
both,
that would be-
both teams at full health, just swinging at it. That would be good. We had the Jets go to Jacksonville, and the Minshew Magic got back on.
Oh, Allen.
Yeah.
Oh, Allen.
Hey, like you mentioned though during the game, if the Jets are going to struggle like this, at least they can get maybe another awesome first-round draft pick to put with all the other great players they've got now. So that might not be a bad thing. Maybe, imagine if they brought in a first-round like offensive lineman, defensive lineman, linebacker, or wide receiver.
They
you know?
really need some offense right now.
Yeah, they do. We had Oakland go to Houston.
And on the one eye of Deshaun Watson, the Texans win.
27-24.
And what do you mean by one eye? It's because he got kicked in the face
He
one
got
play.
kicked in the face and
Still
still
threw.
threw the ball, so completed the pass. I do like me some Deshaun Watson. I'm not a huge fan of his, but I got respect for him. I think he's a pretty good player.
But
I do.
unfortunately, at a cost.
Yeah.
J.J. Watts,
J.J. Watt is out for the year.
pectoral tear.
Tore his pectoral in his shoulder there. Out for the year. And I'm a huge J.J. Watt fan. I'm not a Texas fan at all. I don't like the Texans, but man, I like J.J. Watt. First of all, he's a great guy. But then he's also a very good player. So I got me some respect. Get well soon, Jay. Green Bay at Kansas City. That was an exciting game, wasn't it?
Yes, it was,
Back
definitely.
back and forth.
Aaron Rodgers pulling out some of his magic again.
Yeah. I mean, how did he complete that ball?
How did he complete that touchdown pass? How?
I don't know.
Looked like he was throwing the ball out of bounds, and then he just randomly hits it.
I think I saw Mahomes on the sideline and go, man, wow, that's a pretty good pass. Mahomes could throw some crazy passes. I wish Mahomes would have been in there, full healthy. That would have been a great game to watch. But,
But
it was still good.
Life
Life
isn't fair sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes you get just not all the cookies you wanted, so we had to eat one less cookie.
But
there.
Aaron Rodgers and company go to 7-1.
Mm-hmm. Dangerous.
And the Chiefs, even though they had a solid performance from their backup quarterback,
Yeah.
may need to get Mahomes back in there.
Yeah, they're saying he will probably be back here soon. So we got Miami at Pittsburgh was Monday Night Football.
Miami got off to a hot start, but
Lost 27-14. Yeah.
man, they became the Lulfins.
They came out with a little bit of a fanfare, but then
the Lulfins.
the
Just
Dolphins, yeah,
Lulfins.
yeah, taking those L's. Take out the D and put in an L. They're the Dolphins because they lose every game. All right, that's it for Week 8. Let's do some predictions for Week 9. Thursday Night Football is actually a pretty good one. San Francisco at Arizona. San Francisco.
I mean, well, the way the 49ers are rolling right now,
Their defense against a rookie head coach and a rookie quarterback
that's probably not going to end well.
doesn't sound too good. No, I don't think it's going to be too good. And then this is one of our favorite games this week. We're actually, we have the privilege of going to Charlotte this weekend, and we're going to be watching the Carolina
Panthers.
Panthers take on the Tennessee Titans, it's just going to be a fun game.
Oh yes, because I know someone personally that is a Titans fan.
Yeah, so we're going to have buddies there who are Titans fans and we're Carolina fans. But Carolina's favored by 3.5, and honestly, I think they'll have a bounce back game. I think Carolina will win. Probably by, I don't know. I think it'll be a little bit
couple
more
points.
than. I think it'll be a little bit more than 3.5. Might be around 5 or so. We got Cleveland at Denver.
Well, if
That's
there's
a
any
tough one to
game for
pick.
Cleveland to win, it's probably this one.
Yeah, because it's a backup quarterback. Flacco is not going to be playing. So
It
you
seems
got
like
a backup
that-
quarterback in a bad situation.
Against a team that's
Go
not
Cleveland.
against a team that's not coached well and has a ton of talent.
You have convinced me. Cleveland. Okay.
Cleveland.
Cleveland. We got Houston at Jacksonville.
You never know.
Houston-
You never know with those games.
Houston's only favored by 1.5. I think they might take that personally.
You want to take that Texans?
I'm gonna take that Texans. I think they might take that personally, of being only favored by 1.5 over Minshew.
Minshew.
Mustache magic. I'm gonna go with some Houston in that. We got Washington at Buffalo. Buffalo by 10.
Buffalo by 10
They're not
because
going-
Washington is bad.
Washington is bad, and Buffalo's at home, and they're angry after last week. We got Minnesota at Kansas City.
Would have been really exciting if Mahomes. Well, it depends if Mahomes' status.
He may come back. I still take Kansas City.
You want to take Kansas
I cannot
City?
think Kansas City loses. What are they? Are they
5-3.
5-3? Kansas City can't go 5-4.
Kansas City cannot.
Can't go 5-4.
That would hurt their season more or less. Even
And-
though their divisions basically is trying to give them every team
Yeah.
in their division is trying to give them the division.
They're trying to, yeah. And now here's a game where the Jets are on the road, and they're favored.
What's the game?
They're at Miami. I think everybody's favored at Miami.
Okay, Dad.
I think
just
the
wanna
bye week
tell
was.
ya.
I think their bye week is favored over Miami. I think the bye week's favored by 3.5.
Okay, Dad. I want to tell you one thing that the Dolphins actually did this weekend or this week
Oh,
that
yeah.
confuses the crap out of me of why they did it.
And the
You're
team that
tanking.
traded it was weird too. Go ahead.
Aqib Talib is shipped to the Dolphins from the Rams.
Why would the Rams get Ramsey and then give up Talib? I mean, I know Talib can't come back until
Week 15.
week 15. But how'd you like to have Talib and Ramsey in your backfield going into the playoffs?
Now Aqib Talib's going to sit on the bench with the Dolphins.
Now he gets to go to Love, and the Love. They gave up picks for him.
They gave up one pick.
I don't understand that.
If you're trying to tank for that number one pick, everyone knows Miami is bad. So why
What?
would you even consider trading for Aqib Talib?
I don't know. Maybe they're thinking about next year.
Speaking
I don't know.
of, that was the only move made at this trade deadline. It was pretty dull.
BORING.
Boring.
That was pretty boring. We had Chicago. We got Chicago going to Philly. I got Philly on that one.
Oh yeah, Philly because Mitchell Trubisky is not good.
I think Chicago's in a sort of a tailspin right now. I think it's going to get bad. We got Indy at Pittsburgh.
That would be an interesting game for Pittsburgh if they did win.
I think it's going to be Indy though.
You want to take Indy?
The line's only 1 point. I'm definitely going to take Indy. We got Detroit at Oakland.
That's going to be a battle between two mediocre teams or average teams.
Oakland's at home, so I guess I'm going to lean towards Oakland.
You want to go Raiders?
Yeah, I mean, do you think Detroit could win 2 in a row?
Not considering their history, absolutely not.
Probably. Detroit's probably not going to win 2 in a row, and they're on the road, so let's go Raiders. Tampa Bay at Seattle. Seattle by 7. Tampa Bay will.
Seattle's going to take those
Chef
turnovers.
Winston going to
Chef
serve up some more
Winston.
turnovers. We got Green Bay at the Chargers. Green Bay.
Because the Chargers are,
They're having a down year this year. It's
yeah,
sort of
just
sad.
just a bit of a downhill slope.
And then we have the Sunday night game, which is going to be fantastic. Fantastic. New England is actually going to have a tough game
on the road.
on the road.
What is
that never happened.
What?
Somebody messed up. They
Somebody
paid somebody to have all their tough games at home, and they failed them because New England's got to go to Baltimore. That's not an easy thing to do.
No, it's not.
Although, it's probably because New England and Baltimore is about that far apart on the map. So, I mean, it ain't that far on the road.
But
They're
Baltimore
not
always.
in Houston or anything.
But the Ravens historically have always played the Patriots somewhat tough.
Mm-hmm. And then you've got the human cheat code, Lamar Jackson. He could run
Fantasy
around.
cheat code, too.
Yeah, he's a fantasy cheat code too. Yeah.
Against
So,
the proven cheat code, Tom Brady. See what I did there?
the only thing and the master cheat code, Belichick. The only thing that scares me is Lamar Jackson's a second-year player and Belichick is coaching the defense.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing, man.
I would probably still have to go with New England.
It's really
I want
difficult.
Baltimore to win, but
You just don't.
I just don't have enough confidence in them to do that yet. I think it'll be a 3-point game or less, maybe.
Maybe.
But I think New England's going to do it. And then Monday Night Football, my Cowboys go to the Giants. I got the Cowboys by 7.
Yeah, the Giants are a rebuilding team and
Yeah.
not really having much for this year.
No. And, well, that's it. That is all for the NFL this week. We are done.
Hit us, subscribe, send us a comment down below and see what you think.
Share us with your friends. Tell us how crazy we are. What you think.
Hit
if we
the
got
groovy
something wrong.
baby
Hit the
button.
groovy baby button over here.
Somewhere on my face.
Other than that, we'll see you for next week's NFL.
See you next week.